Game Show. We're on it at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Hello, good evening and welcome back to Rangers Radio. Rangers 2, Motherwell 1 in a hard-fought victory at Ibrox Park. Join myself, Ox, here on the panel. It's Port Bear and Stardog. Well, Stardog, a lot of questions, a lot of talk, but ultimately, 3 points.
That's it, mate. I mean, the 3 points ultimately is the only thing that matters at the end of the day. Wasn't a convincing performance by any means, but at least we get the points in the bag at the end of the day. Good goal for Big Hollander to win the game for us. They were physical today. They were really, really physical. The referee missed a lot in my opinion, but I'm sure we'll get to that, mate.
Some bizarre decisions at the time. I'm no one for blaming referees, but there was some bizarre decisions at the time. Port Bear, 3 points.
Aye, hard fought victory. Oxshire huffed and puffed a lot during the game. Again, I felt the tempo was pretty flat that day. It looked like a tired performance after during the week.
I agree with that, but the two looked tired, never played on Thursday for me was Aribo and Arfield.
I mean, they were pretty flat, wasn't they? Oxy two were very, very flat. I just don't know if that's Aribo's best position, so deep. I like that. My personal, like of him is a wee bit further forward. I think he's wasted back in there. Yet again, Ryan Jack is proved to be, missed. He's got a massive influence on the midfield guys, Ryan Jack. Davis was a colossal day. Orlando was outstanding. Barris, it seems like a magnet at the moment. No matter what he does, whether it's tackling or going forward, passing, he's outstanding. That was my 3 players for Man of Matchday. But on endeavour and fight, and even carrying a knock for 20 minutes in the last 20 minutes of the game, Davies. That's why I gave Davies it today.
I actually thought Goldston had not a bad game. Was swept up quite nicely, and him and Haaland maybe building a partnership. All right, we lost a goal and it was down the middle, but I think they got the break of the ball in it. I've only seen it since the replay, but I don't know, Alan maybe could have saved it,
After the boys shot from midfield, it's felt with Devante Cole in it. It's felt with him, and on a turn he's put it underneath McGregor. I mean, we should probably, but after the deflection, we should be blocking that or getting to it before them. I spoke about it before the show. First and second balls were very important to me today. We have to show this fight and this grit. But I tell you, we showed character today. I'm trying to be positive. We showed character, going behind, getting a few dodgy decisions. It was in my opinion, it was 2 definite handballs. Well, the second one was soft. First one was a definite handball. But as Stardog rightly says, they were physical. They're slightly better they're slightly better than they were last year. I thought they were more hammer throwers last year. They've got a wee bit of passing ability in that about them. But after a while, I seen 55 minutes. I think they brought in another defender. They tried to shut up shop, stop and start game. Just kicking Rangers players, and try to stop the game all the time just to disrupt the flow of Rangers attacks. That seemed to be a tactic after 55 minutes for me, and it worked into your game, because in possession we had 63%, they had 37. We had 19 shots, they had 4. We had 6 in target, they had 1. We had 5 corners, they had none, and both teams committed 10 fouls.
All right, okay, interesting stats about the fouls. I mean, they're just big and physical. There's not a lot of football there. It's everything that's wrong with Scottish football, but we've got to be break them down. And I think the turning point in the first half was when they got the goal Stardog, and then they just try to hang on to it.
It was for me, Oxshire, but I mean, even before that, there was signs there that this was going to be a difficult game. For me, we made the mistake of not playing Morelos against the 2 big wall punchers they've got at the back, because I think he would have been fit for them, mate. I don't think Jermaine Defoe was physically up to that challenge today. They were fouling him left, right and centre all over the place. I just think Morelos would have been more suited up there today. But I mean, they got their goal, and then a question for you is, should Tavernier be on penalties when he's feeling this low in confidence?
Well, again, he puts the goal in the wrong line. It comes off the post. It's maybe 2 inches from being a perfect penalty kick, but ultimately he's missed it after winning as a penalty kick, which I thought it was a penalty. I don't know what the boy was protesting about. He just bundled him off the ball. I think that's 3 he's missed this season. Am I right, Stardog?
Aye, it is, mate. Am I right in saying that boy you're talking about didn't even receive a yellow card today, by the way?
I think he got one late on, mate. But,
they shouldn't even have blown the part for me, mate. Neither should the right back have been. Well, the tackles he was putting in, too.
Was that the one with the beard?
Aye.
Donnelly.
Yeah.
The one he done on, was it Kent at the edge of the box?
No, the phone edge of the box, too.
I would say that Tab might have to pass the ball to Defoe and Morelos, mate.
I would agree with that.
No. Port Bear?
100%. It's just to protect him. It's not. I'm not going to slag Tav. I'm not going to go down this road today. It's to protect him, Ox. It helps you. It's another pressure. I know I was saying take the captaincy off him to take the pressure off him that way, but maybe that's the thing today. Take the penalties off him, and that way he's not the penalty taker. It's less pressure. We've got 2 natural finishers in Defoe and Morelos, and just watch Morelos' goal tally climb with the penalties, especially the amount of penalties Taff seems to score. But I know Morelos is on fire. So is Defoe. So I don't care who takes him, depending on obviously who's on. But any one of them 2 should be taken just to take pressure off Tav.
Aye, I wouldn't argue with that. So if people want to join us, give us their thoughts on the game. What's the number, Stardog?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We brought in the call, but old school blue. Big Highlander, a threat in the box. Obviously,
100%.
Katic should had got that. But Highlander, there was a good couple of efforts there, and ultimately got as a winner.
Yep, 100%, mate. He's dangerous in the box. I think he was unlucky with the goal we conceded today. It came up off his heel. I don't think by any means Highlander had a bad game. I think he was tied at the back again. Port Bear touched on Barisic. She was like a magnet. I think the 2 of them, they really work. But in the box, I mean, if he can grab us maybe 5-6 goals a season, they all help. Every goal helps, so it does. So that won us the game today, mate. And that's a big 3 points for us. Like, yeah, I don't know if anybody watched it in Rangers TV, but Ian Durant was saying, there's defining games in a season, and this is going to be a defining 15 minutes for us, whether we're going to go into dating this year or no. And we've been on to get the winner, so it's a positive victory for us. We could have been talking about a draw or even worse the day. So thankfully we've got the 3 points, and it's thanks to Big Phil.
You can't win 4 and 5 every week. Sometimes you've got to grind them out, and ultimately it is about the 3 points. Port Bear, but Highlander, impressed with him, mate. Getting better for us.
Game on game, Ox. Game on game, he's getting better and better. And the understanding between him and Barisic is evident. It's very, very clear. 2 natural left-sided players. I know our wee pal Bridgeman always goes on about it, but he's been proven to be right, isn't he? He's right first of all at Barisic. Now he's obviously right about the left-sided centre-back. All we're looking for now is the partnership between Goldson and Barisic to become like that, and eventually the back 4 to become like that, because it'll only benefit Rangers next year. It'll only benefit Rangers in the long run, mate.
So if everybody's fit, you're going to the same back 4 on Wednesday night?
Mate, yep. Definitely.
All right, okay.
Consistency.
I get that. All right. Fair enough. So we move on. I hope Stephen Davis has just got a knock and can shake that off. Big player for us, but I think that point about Ryan Jack that's been made is bang on the money. If we hadn't got it right today and come back and go to 3 points, do you think the gaffer we got a bit of criticism with the Morelos decision, Stardog?
Well, I mean, the first half, I think Arfield was posted missing. Defoe was not coping with the physical battle at all. He's just no that kind of player, mate. I mean, we've seen for his goal, that's the kind of player it is. He's an instinctive player. He's a finisher. Alfredo Morelos would have been a different kettle of fish for them the day up front. I think he'd have caused them a lot of problems. So, I mean, I'm glad we did manage to turn it round, but I think he needs to be careful, mate. I think he needs to choose the games wisely that he plays Defoe. Because, I mean, if you're putting him against 2 big physical defenders like that are just going to smother him and no give him anything to work with at all, he's not really going to be effective in the game for me. So I think he was lucky there to get away with it with Alfredo Morelos, but again, just glad to get the 3 points. But I also on Aribo, I thought Aribo is a lot of chances to burst forward into space today, and he just hesitated too much on me, mate. I don't know what you've seen about him.
They're a bit cautious in possession, I'd say, but I
Yeah.
think that cautiousness comes because he's playing that deep port there.
I said that at the start of the show. I felt today was, I don't know if it's instruction. I don't know if he was told to, just keep it simple, and don't get forward as much as he likes to. The last game I seen him play was for Nigeria against Brazil. He was getting in the box regular, on the edge of the box, linking up midfield to front. To me, that's his best part of his game. I just don't think he's suited. I mean, I know he's a big unit, he's a big lump of a guy, and he should be suited to that, but I just don't think it's his type of game. Sitting alongside Davies, grafting, doing the dirty side of the game. I just don't know if that's part of his game, mate.
He should maybe be the focal point forward. We were honest in my assertion of Scott Arfield before the game. I thought up until the last 5 minutes, you hardly noticed he was on the park, if I'm being honest. I thought he was. I don't know if it was a position he was playing in. He never got close to Defoe, or the ball just wasn't breaking for him. And sometimes they were on Tavernier, Arfield, and Greg Stewart were all killing each other's space,
Aye, but that's what we're talking about before the game, Ox. A guy just looks flat to me. He looks out on his feet, and he does need a rest. He definitely needs a rest. As you said before, they went a break. I think he needs one before that. You can tell, seeing a game when your luck's out or you're tired, nothing goes for you. Nothing, and it's starting to show now. I mean, Stardug was saying earlier on, at least he's a steady 7 most games. But today, I think he dropped below 7. Stardug, I think he dropped below that. He just didn't seem to, have the energy. I'm not going to say ability or anything. It's energy. He just looks tired, guys. He just looks tired to me.
I don't think he get past marks for me, Stardug.
No, and to be honest with you, mate, there only really was 3 at a push 4 players that would have got past marks for me today. Steve Davis was definitely one of them. Borna Barisic, Hollander, and at a push you could put maybe Greg Stewart in there. I don't think he did a lot wrong today, but he wasn't really effective. Or it could be maybe Goldson.
I'm going to be controversial here. If you take the penalty out of the game, Tav done okay pushing us forward on that right on side.
No, he did. He definitely did, but I don't know.
I'm taking the penalty miss out of the game. Remember, he got us up at the outside right position, but I know he missed it. But he's an outfield player. I thought he done okay. I'm not saying he was a 9 out of 10 Stardug by any man. I mean,
aye, he would get a 7. That would probably be his best mark, definitely. If one is a penalty and things like that. But I mean, just the quality you can see in certain players when things are tough. I think Stephen Davis always comes up. He always shows up. Borna Barisic seems to be coming to the flare now, which is brilliant to watch. And Big Hollander obviously getting as a winner today. They 3 in particular, mate, I thought they were really, really good and really consistent with everything they done today.
Hard to argue, mate. Hard to argue. But I'm just saying, we need to watch it. We can see about the penalties, but Tav done okay sometimes in possession today. With some good link-up play between him and Greg Stewart at times, and sometimes when you're like Greg Stewart, you need to get the passes so you can make things happen.
Aye, I thought he showed for everything today as well, Greg Stewart. He's not somebody that hides away, is he?
No. Anyway, we've been joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
Hello,
who is it, mate?
Stuart from Coatbridge.
How are we doing, Stuart? All right, mate? Here's your thoughts.
All right, then. I thought, brilliant. The big Swedish boy, brilliant. Steve Davis, brilliant. I thought maybe Tavernier. Aye, I think Tavernier's a wee bit on the wee dodgy side now as the last 3 weeks. But the big Swedish boy is brilliant now. He can't do a thing wrong now. But Davis was my man in the match anyway. But getting back to the point, my point is there's a certain thing that happened in Liverpool. The case, the one against the kit deal.
With Nike and
I think
New Balance.
Yes, I think Rangers will win that case against Sports Direct.
Well, I hope you're right, but my understanding was, and we'll maybe talk about it during the week, but my understanding was the 2 cases because of your historical contract with Sports Direct, there wasn't the same they're one of the same contractual situations in both cases, if that makes sense.
I know you're coming to, but as I said, I watched the game today, and I thought, oh, the big Swedish boy is brilliant. You know, they can't put a foot wrong. You know,
What about
same as
Barisic looks like
Barisic,
a different player.
he had cross. I mean, that goal in midweek, that's one of the best goals. In fact, that's one of the best goals I think I've seen Rangers played Leeds against, in Leeds and Bertler Britain. Remember all Haley and McCoy and all that kind of passing that. But that was, he's really that good. But I would give Greg Stewart another couple of games, and he'll be in there again. Definitely, he'll be in there again. But
I didn't think Greg Stewart was poor. I just think you're against maybe 8 or 9 players in front of you, and sometimes you need a break of the ball. Port Bear, huh?
Well, to let you understand it, the reason I wanted to call the show, and I always call it to Clyde Bunn and all that, but I like to call it this one. I've got good friends with Brian Clough's son. When I go to Spain every year, I go to a place called Carmalor. I don't know if you know where it is in Mallorca. And I see him every year. Mm-hmm. And he told me 3 weeks before it was going to happen that Ryan Kent was going to be definitely signing the last day of the transfer, and which he did. But he also told me there's 3 big signings coming in January, and one's going to be as big as Gaza.
Right, that must be Michelle McManus then.
I'm actually just I'm watching the actual Liverpool game and the Liverpool game.
Messi might be looking for a move, Port Bear.
Maybe.
There we go. Huh? I'll take that.
But I'm watching the Liverpool game and the first half is absolutely unbelievable.
Spoilers.
People might be watching, but I keep it for later.
I'm not saying the score. I know. I'm not saying the score. I'm just watching. It's unbelievable.
Port Bear, 3 more signings coming, and you getting your boots out.
I wish I'm too old, mate. I'm too old. I wish it was me. I told you before. I play for him for nothing. I play for Rangers for nothing, not a penny. But I'm too old.
But interesting. I mean, if I was asking you a question, and I want to go back to the days game, but if I was asking you a question, if you were looking to improve in 3 positions, what would it be?
Where would I improve? I don't quite. I don't know if improve would be the right word, Ox, but I would. I don't think I would sign 3 either. I think I would try and strengthen. I think that's the word I would use. So I'd probably buy another attacker. I'd probably buy another midfielder. And that's it. I think that's what I'd buy. I think we just need strengthened, but it's got to be quality. It can't be samey. It's got to be added quality. That's what I would do.
On you go, Stafford.
I think we would definitely, now that Barisic has established himself as a left back, I think we need cover for him now, just in case anything happens to Barisic. I would buy another centre midfielder, mate. I would like to strengthen centre midfield. I think apart from Davis and Jack, Glenn Kamara and Joe Aribo they've not showed us enough yet. I just think that we need to put somebody better in the mix there, even still. And we need a third striker, but no a big name, no anybody that's going to get ahead of Morelos or Defoe. Just somebody again that's going to be back up. But I definitely think first and foremost we need to get cover for Borna Barisic, because if anything happens to him, we'll be in bother, because he will, at the stage now he's at now in his career, he will be a big miss for us if anything happens to him.
Fair comment, mate. Fair comment. That'll be interesting. We'll wait with bated breath, Stuart, and see what happens, mate.
Well, I think I'll be right. I've been right about a lot of things now.
You wouldn't happen to the lottery numbers for Wednesday, would you?
Well, I don't know. I'll maybe see a look in the future. Maybe phone one of my next door neighbours and see what happens. You never know. But before I go, I think the way things are going now, right? I watched the 2 games today, Rangers and Celtic game. Aberdeen, I can't see McInnes lasting. I can't see McInnes lasting the way things. I think there's a problem there. But Rangers would go for the Aberdeen player. It's going all the goals. I would go for one of the Aberdeen players, innit?
Well, Cosgrove?
Aye, I would go for him.
No.
No for me.
No chance.
Donkey. I just
I don't know, but I don't
he's
know.
a big hammer. He's just a big hammer thrower. There's
You better
guile.
phone up Mr. Clough and hope that's no one of the big names.
No, well, I hope no, but I'll just the way they're playing. But I think to now the way the Rangers are going, it's going to go down to possibly the last two games.
Or there's a long way to go in a league season. There's a long
Aye,
way
but
to
you
go.
look on it. But you look on it. We'd have lost that game this time last year. We'd have lost the Livingston game this time last year. How many games would we have lost in the last 5 weeks? You take it. You look back at it. We'd have lost the games. We'd have been.
Aye. Well, except that's a good point, Port Bell, isn't it?
Aye, definitely.
Aye.
There's definitely a character being installed this year, Ox. There's definitely, that fight, that will to win. He's definitely got them fired up, and they probably fired each other up. Must have been a half time a day wondering what the hell's going on here. If they're playing that on Thursday, and we're going to hear the day. It was a case of let's just knuckle down. We need to get this result. We just have to do it. We need to keep in touch with them.
They've done it, but
They've done it, mate. Aye, and it's not the first time this season. As the guy just says here, it's not the first time they've grinded out results. And that, to me, Stardog mentioned it. He heard it on Rangers TV. Durant said this could be defining. This could be one of these. You maybe get 3 or 4 of them in a season, defining games where you've had to grind it out. Really, really grind it out. Players were injured and they were still playing through the pain barrier to grind that result out, and they've got it. That 3 points today might be an important 3 points later on in the season.
Sean Stewart.
I agree that. And another point before I go, believe it or not, it's the first time I've watched a Rangers game, right? And I never had my Rangers top on. I'm not kidding on. I was a bit busy today, right? You might be laughing, though. I mean, I went up to the house, got my Rangers cap on, sat down. 10 minutes later, Rangers scored. I usually got my top, and they're laughing in the background. You can hear them. That's my Mickey's and his son.
Cheers, mate. Don't be a stranger and phone in with all these 3 big signings come in January, all right?
Right then, no ball up.
Cheers.
Cheers, pal. Bye. Bye.
Hope he was right. Hope he's right about 3 big signings, eh? You never know.
Big signings.
Well, we'll see, mate. We'll see.
Aye, yeah.
I think that's a great point, Port, mate. Stardog about grind it out, 3 points, get out of the line, 20 minutes to go. How's this going to go? And then when we did get a goal, we didn't know what to do because we had too many forward players on the park, didn't we?
Aye, and by this point, I think Stevie Davis looked as if he was starting to struggle in the game and all. So there was your sitting midfielder, kind of his legs had gone, and I think he's maybe just picked up a wee knock at some point in the game. But I thought, I'm going to say the defenders, they did defend well, and I'll say it again, Barisic and Alander, some of the play, the interchange of playing them to get us out of defence, and then even Ojo when they come on, what do you make of him getting into 50-50 tackles?
50-50
Who's not get hurt? Huh? My player.
I think they tripped into that.
No chance, you've got to give me that, Ian. You've got to give me that, Ian.
No, he done it twice, so I'll give you that.
You tell me he's not
Did you see
getting
his
hurt.
run?
I seen his run, mate. He's doing a bit of a wee extra touch there.
You've got to give me that.
I thought we were unlucky not to get the corner, to be honest with you.
I actually found it a strange substitution when he brought Ojo in for Greg Stewart.
I did as well, Ox.
I thought he got us up the park well, to be honest with you. I thought he had a great game when he came on.
Just on form though, Stardog, that's the only reason I thought, what's he bringing him for? What's this wee guy going to bring to the game at the moment? He's not been bringing it to the show, so... But
well, you watch your language there, Port Bear.
I think that's Stardog telling you he's a senior correspondent, Port Bear.
Oh, I know my place.
You know the pecking order.
Yes,
There's man. Then there's Stardog. And I'm about 50th, you know what I mean?
Aye, definitely. I'm just the stand-in now and again.
See the fan mail Stardog gets, it's frightening.
And the woman's dirty knickers, I bet you.
No.
Aye, you watch yourself there. A responsible adult.
We move on and we take the 3 points, and there'll be a good post on. There'll be some people not happy and some people ecstatic, just in the manner of the win. You know, when you come back for a goal down and you're struggling and you win, you've got to look at the positives, haven't you?
Aye, definitely. I think a lot of people probably still on a high, probably us three for Thursday. So it's like Stardog mentioned before the show. You're waiting with bated breath, going, is this going to be the Porto Rangers? I said it before in the first part, or is it going to be the Hearts Rangers? So, but in your mind, you've got that. Last time I seen them out, it was Porto, so that's the way they're going to play today. But they don't. They don't, because teams play in the Scottish League totally different. I've said this year, our best performances have been in Europe because teams play expansive against us. They open up, which creates space for our good players. Just unfortunate here in Scotland, teams just go 5-4-1 and just try and beat the crap out of us and then sit in.
Do you know what I hate? I hate the fact that in Scotland you have to play round-about teams. There's no way you can play through teams. We get a lot of success in Europe. We can go through the middle and we cause a lot of teams damage through the middle. You can't get through the middle of these teams because they're all just sitting on the edge of the box. You've just got to keep patting out to the wings, patting in the box, trying a 1-2 here. You've just got to be persistent and just hopefully it pays off at the end of the day. And it did pay off for us today, and we did deserve the win. It's not as if we really scraped it. We found it really difficult to break them down today. I don't even think we tested the goalkeeper until Defoe had scored.
No, I can't remember him making a save, mate. Because the way we play, it's balls across the box, isn't it? And if we do get the chance, it's going to be hopefully it's going to be a goal because the ball's that close to the goalie. But no, we never put him under a lot of pressure. We never put him under a lot of pressure the whole game, if I'm being honest. I
know. And that's where my frustration came from, Ox. We had to play these balls out to Taver, out to Barisic and get it into the box, but it wasn't effective because we were putting it into Jermaine Defoe. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't going to win these balls in the box or in the air. It was pretty frustrating to watch. But again, I'm taking the point.
You're right, but also there's no Rebo and there's no Scotty Arfield getting next to him because they were
nothing
playing
to back them up. Yep, you're right.
That deep. Aye. I mean, on you go, Matt.
That's where the problems came from today, guys. Defoe was isolated hell of a lot. Again, I think am I right in saying it was 40 minutes before we actually got a shot on target. I think it was 40 minutes before we actually got a shot on, on goal, made to keep our work. But the wee man never gets service today, so you can't really, hang the strikers out today because they didn't get service, didn't get support either from the midfield.
Defoe, another game, another goal. That's all the stats will tell. And is he the only man at our club that could have made that finish?
Aye, because it's come off a keeper at some speed. And it's come off a keeper at some speed. That's reactive. It's Stardog great to see earlier on. It's reactive. He's probably the only striker we've got that's got that. It's like McCoy, isn't it? That's the way he was, and that's the way Defoe is. He's an absolute fox in the box. He's a predator in there. That ball's come off a keeper at some rate. And he's took it first time, his left peg, stuck in the bottom corner. He's placed it, he's not just hit it, he's placed it in the bottom corner. Superb finish.
Stardog?
I would say Alfredo Morelos is a target man that's got a good few goals on him, but Jermaine Defoe's just a finisher. Like that is what he does. He's just a finisher. And I think maybe Alfredo Morelos would have, but I think Alfie would have probably taken the touch, mate. I think Defoe he didn't even have to think twice, mate. And he put it into literally the only place in the net that he could have scored. I think it went in like a bullet and all. So he's the only player that could do that, mate. He's just an out and out finisher.
Aye. I tend to agree. It's just some technique. I don't think Defoe hit today. I just think he's trying to peel off for people, but the way they played, when you peel off a one mark, there was another one there because there's that many people sitting.
Aye, I mean, it must have been so tight up every day, Ox. It must have been really, really hard to play because, as you said, he was walking half a one to get a bit of space and walking into another two. They're two centre half. I think they're 6'4" and 6'5". They're absolute monsters. The big, is it Maccabi, whatever his name is? He just kept fouling him constant in the first 20 minutes. He's going to be so in the morning, Reader. I'll tell you that. He took some of a punishment. They were very, very physical with him in the first probably 30 minutes. I thought maybe they were trying to kick him out of the game. But I think Stardog made a crack point earlier on. I think that game was ready made for Alfredo Morelos today. and maybe, he'd have been better in hindsight. I wanted him to start. He'd have probably been better starting because they wouldn't have had it as easy as he did the day if wee man was on for the full game.
Aye,
I
for
think
me.
I think they would have been like every other defence in Scottish football, mate. I think they would have just struggled to cope with the sheer physicality of the guy. I think that's just what he brings to the table, and I just think it was the Ryan Gemford, the four of the. In hindsight, he's maybe lucky to start him up in Dingwall on Wednesday.
But would the answer not be, I played him, he scored?
Oh, 100% no, mate. 100% no, definitely. That was just looking back there for a wee minute, but he scored. He got his goal. I mean, only him could have scored that goal. So definitely, I'm glad, mate. His goals per minute ratio is is probably the best in world football now, mate. Never mind Scotland.
Aye. And the two of them were on the park at the same time.
Aye,
It worked when Ellis on the right, didn't it, Mark?
Definitely, it definitely worked because what it did, it created that wee bit more space for Defoe because then Morelos became the focal point, and because he was playing on the right, the defenders were like, hold on a minute, so the defenders pushed over to the left to try and combat dealing with Morelos, and it created more space for Defoe. Again, the midfield didn't find the spaces for Morelos, the chances for Morelos or Defoe when the two of them were up. They were still sort of starved. I think your main attacking threat at the moment is down my left hand side. Now that Ryan Kent's coming back, when you think Hollander, Barisic, Kent, that's very, very strong and a very, very skillful side. But Evans coming, so we're working through our team, passing from the back to Barisic, to Hollander, into Kent, etc. Kamara's left footed, Aribo's left footed, so our whole left side of the pitch is very, very strong. The right side just need to get the same sort of, that's what I'm looking for. Same sort of talent, threat. Same sort of threats, Same sort of threat as the left side, because the left side's definitely the great side at the moment. And you should remember, right, but when last season it was coming for the right for Tavernier. Tavernier was the main man last year. So if we can get him to the same level he played last year, and the way Barisic is playing, we'll do all right, lads. We'll do all right.
I hope so. So people want to join us. What's the number, Stadog?
It's 0141 356 1972.
I tried to Skype at rangersradio.online where you brought in the call, but I want it on like old school blue. Aye. Positives and negatives. Stardog.
Positives for me, mate. More positives than negatives because I think it's another game that we wouldn't have came through last year. So I think the character says a lot about a team, and I think to come through a game like that, which I mean, after missing the penalty and things like that, you're thinking, oh, here we go, it's going to be one of these games because at that point, mate, nothing was gone for us. So to come through that, I think it shows great adversity and great character, mate. So I'm going to go for more positives than negatives.
Aye. Definitely started. Look, my positives are probably the fact after we played on Thursday, to grind that out. I mean, 94th minute, we were still, trying to get up the park. We were still grinding that result out. We still had 63% possession over there, 37. We still had more shots on target. We still had more shots in general and more corners. So we dominated the game. We were poor, but we dominated the game, and that's all that matters. And that 3 points on the board. So that's a massive positive for me.
Aye. The positive for me is after a tough European game, we've changed our squad and we've got four changes and we went and won the game. So now we've got Ryan Jack, Kent with another 45 minutes under his belt, Morelos refreshed. So I think the three of them might start. I don't know about Kent, but I'll go for Kent as well. We'll start on Wednesday and next Sunday. So that's the positives for me. Ryan Kent just looks slightly. He's just getting there. There's some nice touches again at times of day.
I think he brings a different buzz to the game, Ox, more than anything. I think there's just a certain energy that he brings onto the park, and what he doesn't, sometimes he'll miss a pass and things like that, but he'll always try and get back there. He never shies away from taking MD on or shies away from actually getting the ball and running with it either. So I think he'll get there, mate. It's still early for him. He's just back from a hamstring injury. I don't think he was planned to come on maybe for 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops a day, but obviously Brandon Barker going off, which again was another shocking challenge that we've not spoken about yet. I think that was terrible. He broke his collarbone,
that was
has
an
he?
assault, mate. It was an assault.
That was an assault. That was a Bridgeman tackle, that.
Bridge would have been maybe up there subtle on that.
But no, that was a terrible challenge. I think he's broke his collarbone, the boy.
I looked that way.
Yeah.
Aye. Hopefully everything goes all right for him. And it's a sorry if he's done that, Mark, isn't it?
That was Liam Donnelly again, guys. That was, that was that challenge, the Defoe's challenge. And I'm sure he went through our field as well, Liam Donnelly. 3 bookable offences as far as I'm concerned. He didn't even he was going to win the ball with Barker, but he didn't even pull out. He just went right through him. He took everything. I know I keep saying that's what we should do, but he was no attacking place. He went out to hurt the boy, and that was it. He's a young boy, and he's went out to hurt him. We need that outward game, because that's not football. I mean, that was, as you rightly said there, Roxy, it was assault. If you done that in the street, the police would be your door, and this needs to get knocked out of the game.
Aye. It was just, it looked quite deliberate. It was his ball all the way, so he just made sure he took the man as well. Stardog.
Aye, definitely, mate. I mean, Barker went about 7 foot up in there, so he did after he was done with him. But he just, I mean, that boy did that 3 or 4 times a day, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And I don't know what the referee was seeing at some points, but I don't know how we never ended up after part, mate. I really don't. But see on what you've seen in the midfield today, obviously, just per se that Davis doesn't make it for Wednesday, does Jack and Kamara come straight back into the fold for you?
It depends what Kamara's illness is, mate.
Aye, that's right enough, mate.
His illness is, but Jack will play definitely for me. Definitely. Port Bear.
He's doing a Bridgeman in us, Ox.
No, he's no, mate. He's no. What about you? Who are you bringing in?
I would, well, like you said, depending on Kamara's illness, Jack would definitely come back in for me. If Davis isn't fit, mate, I mean, I think Arfield needs a wee break. Will we see Andy King? I don't know. We might see Andy King on Wednesday. We'll just need to wait and find out. But there's definitely a couple of positions there up for grabs.
We always talk about this match fitness, mate. How can King be match fit?
Well, this is true. We'll just need to wait and see what happens on Wednesday, mate. But I mean, if Davis isn't fit and say Kamara isn't going to make it, there's a couple of places there where he play Arfield in midfield again, like he did today. I mean, for me, he was non-existent for me. Maybe like you said, the last 10 minutes, he was getting in about it, but nothing was coming after him. He never got close to Defoe once today.
No, and you think how he finished the season last year, him and Defoe. Some of the interplay was excellent,
Aye, they finished so strongly, so they did. And I think Greg Stewart actually was everywhere today in the first half. He was trying to do a lot of things. There was a lot of flicks, a wee flick that didn't kind of quite come off for Jermaine Defoe in the first, 20 minutes that happened. But I think he was everywhere today, Greg Stewart. I think he put himself about well. Like I said, no a lot came after him, but I think he was in a lot of positions where Arfield usually should have been today, if that makes any sense. I don't know where Arfield was. I actually forgot he was playing, and I'm being so serious when I say that. I forgot he was playing until maybe about the 30th minute.
You back with us, Port?
Aye, mate, yeah.
Stardog made the point if Stephen Davis isn't fit, what's your midfield on Wednesday?
I'm sure the gaffer said before the game that Kamara was just sent him ill yesterday. So I don't know, is it a bug? Is it a cold? I'd like to think if that's all it is, he'll come back in. They said King was back fit as well. I know what you say there about, Andy King. Is he ready? Match fit, is he ready for, a starting berth? But if needs must stocks, I don't know, maybe you need to put him in. But if Jack's fit, so you could have basically Jack, Kamara and King, doesn't sound too bad, does it?
No, maybe Jack, Kamara and Ebo another run.
Jack Kamara, Ebo, aye, and then maybe give King a wee crack. I don't know. It's just ideas I've got with like yourselves, but I think I don't know. I've still got a wee feeling that Andy King might miss a season. at some point if he can get fit, because he's definitely a player. I think we brought him in for absolutely nothing, and paying a percentage of his wages, and he's not going to have any say on, he's not going to have any say where the title goes. He's not going to have any say on any result in Rangers since he's been here. There's definitely a player there. I've watched him enough in the Premiership over the years and in the Championship they played down there. So there's definitely a player. I'd like to see him get a wee crack in the midfield.
Well, the time will tell, Stardugger.
This is very true, mate. All the time will tell. I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see what happens. Will Alfredo Morelos come back on Wednesday? I think he should, for me. I think he probably should have played today.
Yes, for me.
Definitely, mate. I think he'll come straight back in there. Does Greg Stewart keep his place, Ox?
No.
Who are you bringing in?
That's a good question, mate. That's a
bringing in my main man, are you?
That's what I thought he was going to say.
I hope he does. We've got it live.
Would I play Greg Stewart? Maybe I've changed my mind. I've looked who's available. Greg Stewart.
I had you there.
If I didn't play Greg Stewart, I might play Arfield there.
I feel that's Arfield's best position, guys. Do you know further forward? I think he went absolutely missing today, I think, again, because like Aribo is far too deep. I think the only way you can fit them two in your team is, or even if one of them in your team, is if Jack and Davies are playing and one of them's pushed further forward. They're the sort of advanced player. But I know I keep saying this, horses for courses and different teams we play, but I can't say it because I'm one of the ones that always moan about consistency. So, and not changing the team too often. But I think Aribo and Arfield are better advanced guys and playing deeper. They just go missing when they're a wee bit deeper.
What are you doing then, Stardug? What's your front three?
Well, after that 10-minute performance, Shea's coming straight back into that team for me. Jumping into 50-50s and covering at the back. He's got to come in on Wednesday for me. Alfredo Morelos is straight back into the team as well. And I mean, Barker's probably not going to make it. Jordan Jones is still out. Jamie Murphy's not really there yet. Ryan Kent's probably going to play on the left-hand side, mate, for me. That'll be my front three. Ojo, Morelos and Kent, just like it is in my Championship Manager game. And I'll tell you what, wait to see the stats in these three, what they're doing on the part for me in my wee game. Whew.
I'm still sticking to my opinion with Ojo. I hope he proves me wrong. I would have Morelos playing, Kent playing, and Stewart or Arfield. There you go.
Well, I've got Kent, Morelos and Stewart. And I've got Davies and Jack. If they both make it, Davies and Jack in front of the back four and Aribo in a sort of advanced position. I'm giving Arfield a rest. Oaks.
It's a point of view, mate. I don't think the gaffer will. It doesn't seem to be the way he goes, is it?
It's definitely not. It's definitely not. I don't know if he thinks Arfield's going to turn a corner or some sort, but it's not form for me with Arfield. He looks tired. I don't know how he gaffered. We all see it. You see it. You've said you've seen it. Stardug. I've heard Jimmy saying it. I've heard Bridgeman saying it. He looks tired, guys, and we all see it. I don't know how he gaffered that's not seeing it, unless he's showing something in training we're not seeing. But he's definitely looks tired to me.
All right, we've been joined by a caller, a well-known caller. Evening, caller.
Hello, guys. Good evening. How are you?
Bridgeman.
How you doing?
Oh, well, we're pretty,
all right,
pretty
Bridge.
happy, Bridge. You need 3 points in 8 days, mate.
Well, what can I say? We've said it all along. 3 points is the most important thing for us. 3 points out of any game. Okay, it wasn't pretty. I thought, my personal opinion, I thought they were the biggest shower of cheats and the referee along with them that I've ever seen at Ibrox, and they're the dirtiest team I've seen at Ibrox, but they're a big, powerful team, so they can handle themselves, and our guys in some instances look quite puny against them, I thought the young Brandon Barker had a smashing wee game, and then he got absolutely walloped, and nothing done about it, nothing at all. So I don't know what you guys seen. There's 2 penalties. Well, there's actually 3 penalty calls in the first half. and we got one of them. The other two we thought were hand. In fact, there was three with handball. Two handball, sorry.
I can't remember the third. The first one for me was a penalty.
Definite.
The second one was a possible penalty. I've not really seen it again, but the first one for me was a definite. Vote there.
First one, all day long, Ox. Second one, I felt, is the guy's cut in for the left to put it into the box. To me, that's body hand, that one. So, and he's too close. He's only about 2-3 yards away, and he's cut it back, and it's hit his hand. I know they keep saying this unnatural position, but people will say his arms, they were still doing B-side, he never stuck his arms out. But the first one, the guy put his arm out, it was a clear block. I can't remember the third one, Bridgeman, I can't remember it.
No, it wasn't a penalty, it was a deliberate handball, or it looked like it, because his hand was way up in the air, and the ball hit his arm, and he asked the ref to play on it. It's just, some of the decisions just shocking. And then you got this stupid situation where the crappy tackles, and they're diving down and rolling about and laughing, and they're just actually laughing at us, to be honest. That's all they're doing.
They were just trying to slow the
anyway,
game down. That was a tactic for them again, Bridgeman.
Absolutely. They wasted, I'll tell you what, they played 5 minutes extra time. They should have been playing 5 minutes for each one of their players, because that's how much they wasted. They wasted enormous amounts of time. Terrible stuff, terrible.
Anyway, Bridge, thanks for the call, but we've reached that time in the evening, mate.
I'm sorry, pal.
No, we don't got you. We don't get double time for a Sunday.
Oh, jeez, what's it?
That's how he phones in. Paul gets double time when he's on.
That's I'm clocking in.
Aye.
No, I'm so happy.
Appearance money.
I'm so happy, very happy we won. We've got our 3 points, and that'll make a huge difference. And I'm quite sure that our fans who in Radio Clyde and BBC will tell us how brilliant we were today and how poor Celtic were and things like that.
Don't worry about them. You enjoy Big Lander's performance before you go, mate?
Well, I thought he was a bit questionable in the first half, I thought. But I thought he came right onto a game. And I personally think he had a smashing game. Him and Borna Barisic, once again, two really good players. Wee Davis, absolute dynamo in the middle of the park. And did we miss Ryan Jack today? Did we miss him?
Have you been listening to the show?
No, I haven't heard anything. Just a missing one. Is that what you said?
Aye, that's what everybody said.
Word for word.
Right, mate, speak to you tomorrow.
Okay, pal. Cheers. Good night, everybody.
Take it steady.
Hey, Bridge, see you, mate.
You too. Cheers, pal.
Cheers. That's the contract he's got. Appearance money on a Sunday double time. He's no daft, is he, Stan?
No, the Bridge man. No, he's no daft, is he? Definitely no. He knows what he's worth, that man.
Aye. Worth his weight in gold.
Aye.
Anyway, lads, we've reached that time of the evening. Can I thank you two for taking the time to join us here on the panel? Thank Terry for doing the technicals, with whom we wouldn't have a show start, Doug, would we?
Tell you what, folk don't realise half the work that goes on behind the scenes, do they, Ox, to get this show on the road before kick-offs and after kick-offs and things like that. But we wouldn't want it any other way. We're honoured to date for you Rangers fans, so you can listen to us. And
some of the intellectual debate before the show is quite frightening.
Oh, tell you, that's how folk run a mile.
I thank you too, thank Terry, thank everybody for listening. Thank Philip Lander for making my teas taste a bit sweeter. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Cheers, guys.
Team of all. We support the Glasgow Rangers, doing it Ibrox is the place, and we will follow in the championship race. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. it's true the Magic Boys in Blue are the best team in the land. You've got to cure and govern to get a ticket for the stand. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We've spent a lot of money on great players, yes, that's true. But the Rangers fans deserve the best from the boys in royal blue. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Ago the story, it was dismal, full of gloom. Now we're building an extension for the Ibrox trophy room. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. In Europe we'll be travelling by land and sea and plane. The teddy bears have got the bears and we're on the march again. It's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball.
They come from all of Glasgow, they come from near and far. They come from every Highland glen, from here to Lochnacar. They sail from dear old Belfast to the bonny banks of Clyde. They gather round at Ibrox Park and loudly sing with pride. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. In case you didn't catch it, friend, I'll set your mind at rest. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. The boys in blue of Ibrox, aye, the Scotland's very best. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. In case you didn't catch a friend, I'll set your mind at rest. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. The boys in blue of Ibrox, aye, the Scotland's very best. Aye, there's Richie Shearer, Probin, John Craig McKinnon too. There's Baxter, Henderson, George McLean, they proudly wear the blue. There's Miller, Brandon, Wilson, what better could you want? Plus 70,000 Rangers fans that proudly sing this chant. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. In case you didn't catch it, friend, I'll set your mind at rest. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. The boys in blue, the Ibrox, aye, the Scotland's very best. Richie Shearer, Probin, John Craig McKinnon too. There's Baxter, Henderson, George McLean, they proudly wear the blue. There's Miller, Brandon, Wilson, what better could you want? Plus 70,000 Rangers fans that proudly sing this chant. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. In case you didn't catch it, friend, I'll set your mind at rest. Oh yes,